Sheesh. Okay, so this is Mani versus Takari. Holy, I didn't know Mani played on this low settings. I'm pretty sure this is I think he's playing on like actually all low, like on net play. Cause like the Cell Games floor is like super low res too. Oh, nice air there. That was good. Okay. Yep. Prioritizing the health of the character. Yep. So this is so good because like you start off slow and you get to check to see what your opponent's doing on defense. You catch a mashing reflect. This is actually a dead character, I think, because Space Vegeta is cooling down. Oh, but it's slow cooldown, so you might not get him in time. No, he should still die. Oh, you drop it. You can't drop this. This is a kill that you cannot afford to drop. Like, I think even if you do a baby combo, he will die. And like, if that's the case, just take the baby combo to kill him. You don't want to let this character live. He gives too much to the team. Like, it's too much meter generation, and shit like that. Like, yeah, you can't let characters on this team live. Like, honestly, any of them. Like, if you ever get a chance to kill him, like, you gotta kill him. Okay. Redash assist. Yep. Still have to guess. Doesn't fucking matter if you reflect. No, this is not this is Mani and Hikari. Easy kill, easy kill. Don't know what you did here, but it's only -5, so like you can just let him take his turn afterwards if it doesn't hit. But like you double tap in case it hits, but like, yeah, still just hold down back, fine. You must accept the consequences of your action, my friend. I think Gogeta 5L hits backdash post EX Lariat from Bardock, so unless you're like really well spaced, you're gonna get hit there pretty much no matter what. So you can just block and you'll be fine. Okay. Like the mix-ups. Okay. So what you actually want to do, like, the weird thing about Bardock is that the momentum on his 5M is pretty weird. So like when you run this sparking mix-up, you want to either do it at a 5L or out of 2M. Because if you do it at a 5M, then when you jump, you're gonna get like, it's like pseudo dash momentum. He carries the forward momentum from 5M and he'll fly past the opponent. Makes it way harder to run your mix-up. So when I do it with Bardock, I like to do it at a 5LL, 5LL super jump, 5LL, blink assist, super jump. And then you can do the 50-50. It works with 21. I've tested it with her. So, but don't delay here. Do not delay. There's no reason to delay here because it's a true jailing mix-up. Don't give him a chance to mash reflect out. You lost your mix-up, right? Like just jail him. Yeah, gotta make sure those are jailing. I like the bait attempt on 2H there. It's not a bad idea. This looked like auto block. He like squeaked over the top of your head at the last second. Oh, that was weird. Nice. Consider, okay, now I've talked to you about this a lot of times, Mani, but like after we talked about Clash first with Bardock, you switch from doing the normal Clash to now you do Clash 5L into EX Lariat. But what I'm telling you is that you don't even need to press 5L in Clash. Just press the EX, right? Just press the EX because you don't clash. You can't clash with Bardock. And so if he presses 5L and you press EX Lariat, he loses. Doesn't matter that they're both 6 frames. Your EX Lariat just beats him. So just press it after clash. It's awkward. And like that's something that Bardock players, like, it still feels uncomfortable. I know I feel uncomfortable too. Sometimes when you challenge people, right? When you challenge people like after block strings or minus frames or whatever, sometimes you just press EX instead of 5L. Take your turn back because it's just as fast. It hits backdash. It beats out other buttons. It's just good. It's just really strong. So like you need to get in the habit of just pressing the EX right out of this, especially you have 2 assists backing you up. So even if he like reflects or some shit, like unless he does 6M into DP, like you're fine. Like which like I don't think that's out of all the things that Hikari does on defense, I don't think he really DPs after 6M. I don't think that's a thing that he does. He will do DP after -5 though. Oh, what the fuck, bro? If you don't kill these fucking characters, what's Ardia doing? How you play on potato settings just to drop anyway? Insane. Mix. No way to kill there. Nice. Yep. This is good. He should die here. Your hits and decays a little. Okay. Cool. Hikari greedy with his sparking. During this game. Refuses to spark you. No. No reason. There's no reason to like bet on this, right? So like it's good if the base Vegeta assist makes contact, but you can like confirm that. You confirm like, okay, he blocked the Vegeta assist and now he's putting 36 frames of block stun, so like you can super dash afterwards, but like you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that at all. You're winning so hard and like 17 cannot get in on her like at all. He like really can't. He has Ki Blast, but like yours go through his. And you steal EX ball, and his air-to-air game is also really whack. So like you don't have to do any of that. You can just sit full screen until he eventually has to commit, because he has to, unless he wants to be timed out for 165 seconds. And then the moment he commits, then you smoke him. And any hit here pretty much kills. Like even if you Ki Blast him, he's dead at this point. So you don't have to overcommit there. You can just wait. Just play your lead. Like a lot of people are bad at playing leads. Sometimes you really just don't have to do shit. It's a good reflect. Okay. Goes low again. Okay, nice. Take your turn back. Barking scramble. So you tech forward. So this is a little awkward. A little awkward because you tech forward. So like now you don't know what side he's gonna hit you on. Yeah, teching forward. Well, like when your opponent sparks you to the corner, teching forward is a little awkward. A little bit awkward. Technically you can grab him there, but like you don't know what side you're on, so it's just a little bit weird. Oh yeah, you're trying to force your way in over and over again when you don't need to, right? Like, do you see what he's doing? He's not doing anything, right? Like look how he plays the neutral. Like he hasn't done anything. He just double jump, right? You're trying to force your way in over and over and over. You don't have to do that. Wait for his commitment, especially when he's in sparking. When your opponent's in sparking, they can punish way more things than they normally can. So you really shouldn't be committing. Come on, bro. This is exactly the type of commitment I was talking about. Full ass screen super dash, right? This is the type of shit he has to do because he's playing 17. He doesn't even have a bar to save himself with empty vanish. Like, he literally just does it. You don't kill him for it. You must kill him. Okay. Still has more sparking time to deal with. He doesn't have the bar yet though. Yeah, and then he bets it again, and now he dies. See, like, a bunch of different times he committed there, and you let him live. You kill him for the last one, but he should have died way before that, before it even got to that point. Okay, switch to, so like you did the same thing that started last match starts this match. Like you did the same opening, honestly. He takes the block string, you set up your 50-50, but you only do one overhead. Only do one overhead. You know, you mix in some double there, too bad. Dagger 5H. Okay, sends guard cancel. Fine, catch him mashing. But yeah, so like on any other team, on like pretty much any other team, this is a punish, right? Because you saw him with you 5S or you JS, and then you would be able to confirm with vanish, but barrier's there, so you have to be really careful about like what you think is a punish and what is not a punish whenever barrier is involved. The only reason you don't get a punish there is because barrier, so you got to be mindful of the assist. I think he caught your double jump here. Yep, and you IED back immediately. So like now you're forced to land, and you can't change your air trajectory anymore, so you get jammed. Yeah, spending your tech, spending your air option immediately post tech is a really bad habit that a lot of players have. And so like sometimes when you get hit, especially from long range, when you have time, when you have distance between you and your opponent, and you get hit by like a key blast and are able to tech or whatever, consider holding your next air option, because if you spend it early, it makes it really easy for your opponent to like know where you're gonna land and just look to meet you there, or anti-air, or air to air even. It just really depends, but a lot of people get fucked up for that, and it, like, I don't know, it's kind of frustrating to get hit by. He drops the combo. Okay, it's actually fine taking this grab. This is a fine tag, even though you got grabbed. Not bad. He actually can't grab you again to end this, so yes, this is tag. Yep, just a knockdown. Spark. Alternatively, so like you don't have to spark here. In my eyes, you don't have to spark here. It's okay to spark here, but you don't have to, because he has no assist. And so like almost always he's gonna look for some type of stagger into backdash 2L or backdash 2M. And like that's a free way out. Like when you see the backdash, you just jump, and then like he will either whiff under you, or you can tag, or you can whatever. Choosing the spark here is fine though. Like I'm not mad at the decision, but you don't have to. I know how these Gogeta players think. Like a lot of them are running very similar stagger pressures. So once you figure out like the pattern with the way that they're staggering, like that's when you get to expose the character's flaws, right? Because like his frame data is still not the best. Especially Bardock. Like if you ever think that he's gonna like pressure reset, if you ever think he's gonna pressure reset with like backdash, it's a button, bro. EX destroys him. He can't stop you from pressing. Like it's too fast. It's way too fast, and it hits backdash. So like that's what I mean by sometimes you want to challenge with EX Lariat instead of 5L. This is interesting. This is an interesting 2H. I kind of like it. The only thing is like, I think a few frames later and you get barrier matched on you, but you did it early enough to where it didn't matter. So good shit. Thought I'm pressing buttons on the way down. Love to see it. This is firm control. Combo could have been a little bit better, but it's okay. All right, you're gonna give him a chance to spark here, but you have yellow stock. So what you should do here is you should safe jump. If he sparks, super jump back, and then if he empty vanishes, you grab him for free. But I don't know if he's gonna bite, and he chooses guard cancel instead. Okay, fine. I think you take the meaty here. By the way, like you go for a fake for the spark, right? Don't do that. Just take the meaty, because you win the sparking scramble post sparking activation. You win the scramble because you have yellow steals. So you really just want to force him to spark, and the best way to force him to spark is just do the meaty, because once he's gonna look to activate after he blocks something, because he also doesn't want to get baited, right? This is awkward. He hits your assist, and then I guess you tried to hold up. So you got your toes blessed. It's a little awkward. The button's pretty funny. Pretty funny. He has not tried DR yet. Still hasn't. Get mixed. Okay. Game chat. Not quite enough. Oh, okay. So this is actually a punish. but it's hard to recognize that it's a punish given the chaos that's going on. So the frame trap doesn't land because he's just a little bit too far away. But he 5Ms and he cancels early, so he's hitting your assist, so he actually whiffs 2 buttons in your face. So you should have gotten the fuck out of there at the very least. He catches you post SD, you're gonna die for that. So against characters with anti-air command grabs, if they're pressing it after all your super dashes, you want to delay your backdash a little bit, and you'll invul through, and you can even get a punish in a lot of cases once you invul through the backdash, or once you invul through the command grab. Okay. Okay. Alright. It's a pretty tough position to win. We're pretty much looking for information here. DX Lariat, I like it. Clean out the barrier assist, but you don't block the cross-up, so you should die here. Actually, he doesn't have special tag available. You might live. No, 1-1-1 should be enough. Actually, it's pretty close. I think you're dead? Yeah, it is. This team always goes. Yeah, unfortunately, like when you reflect Gogeta here, he like doesn't go anywhere. I don't really know why. Actually, I think it might be because the hurt bot from the 17 assist. I think the hurt box is still there, so he actually like can't get pushed back any further. Huh, interesting. You're still fine here though, still alive. Okay. Yep, run your mix up. Do not delay. GC vanishes. That's actually fine. Like, if this is what you're forcing him to do in your sparking transition, then like this is okay. He should not be able to mash reflect like he was before though. Yeah, this is fine. Hard to be ready for this. Technically can be, but it's hard to be ready for GC vanish in this situation. But you can be ready for the situation after you down tech. He SD's in. This is answerable. Too late on this GC, so you want to GC earlier if you're gonna do this, right? So mostly like you would want to GC like on the beam, I think, because beam is usually followed up by something. So like here he does beam super dash. Sometimes they do beam rekka too, I think, in their strings, and so GC should beat both of them, and it's also early enough to where it'll hit 17 before the barrier comes out. But if you wait, then like not only do you get cooked because like obviously you can't GC the super dash itself, but if you wait, then like you also run the chance of 17 assists just cooking you and stopping your GC altogether. So you definitely want to choose earlier in the string there. Bitch. No, don't dash forward, bro. What are you doing? Just 2H him. It's large enough. Trust me. The 2H is large enough. You see this hitbox? Look at this hitbox. If you just would have 2H from where you started originally, you would definitely hit him. Like, promise you will hit him. You don't even have to wait for the super to be done. You just hit him. This is foolishness. Okay, he's getting some better GCs. You might look for it next time though. Yeah, so like I said before, under normal circumstances, this would be a punish against characters because you baited the 2H and then you air dash back in. But barrier's there. And like that is like the team's game plan, is to whip some shit and mash barrier to be safe, and so you got to get comfortable with not biting on what looks like it's a punish, but it's actually baiting you. Nice. He went out on the scramble. He actually I think he blocked Vegeta and still mashed. Yeah, he still had 30 frames of blocks, and there's no way he wins that. I don't know why he pressed there. that was pretty foolish on his part. I mean, like, man, at this point, you're pretty behind. Yeah, I would keep her in too. Run the mix up. Don't do any fake shit. Okay. Yep. Super jump back. There you fucking go. Yes. Yes, Monty. Yes. That is someone that watches primers. Finally, someone does this in a match. And you fucking cook him. He can't do shit about it. He can't do shit. And now you nullify the sparking scramble, which is what we're looking for. The sparking's gone. And you bait out guard cancel. Man, this is some good decision making. This is real good. This is real good. I'd run that shit again. Run it back. This is a good rhythm. Cooked. Dead character. You like how you can't empty vanish either 21? Oh yeah, no, it's pretty silly. No, you can, well, technically you can empty vanish lab coat, but only if your character also has Aaron vulnerability. Since Majin's is a grab, you just get smoked. Yeah, so this happens a lot. I don't think this is ever a punish, especially like after jump. And so like this move is, it looks like a hit, but it's a grab, right? So if you super dash from the ground and he doesn't hit you, like if you SD and he does 2-on-4S, does it hit you, or do you go through it? Because it's coded, maybe it's coded as an unblockable hit instead of a grab. I don't know how this move interacts with SDA. You can just super it. You can super it. Yeah, you can definitely super it. I would key blast it. You go through it. Okay. So if you see this move, then I would say just SD. Don't jump it and then SD because you give him too much time to recover. But even better, you could probably just maybe like low JS would get there in time. And then you can vanish confirm if it hits him. I'd have to test this. But jumping and then SDing is definitely not enough time. Like, and he does that like often. he does that a lot. It's like, it's really gimmicky. It's something you got to be ready for. You could probably even like moon jump towards him after it, and then he will probably mash 2H and you can bait out that way. If he doesn't have barrier available. You held up, I think. I think you held up. That's what it looks like. You didn't get counter hit, so I think you held up. Okay. Knees go fucking knees on this character. So silly. Oh my god. Oh no, bro. That's another kill drop. Bro, he gave you a free character. So like, okay, this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about offensive rhythm. Like when you're playing against someone, you'll notice that like a lot of the points in their pressure that they stagger is the same, like almost every time. And so like he's done this to you a few times where he 2Ls, a backdash, 2Ls again, right? And so like if you're aware of that, you can get some really nice call outs or even get out for free. in a lot of these situations. But pretty late in the set, you probably don't want to take that big of a risk. Like in your mind, you're probably like, I really can't afford to make a mistake, so I don't want to take a risk like that. He doesn't level 3 you, which is good news for you. And then you grab, you are dead. So like this only happens, right? This only happens because you didn't kill 17 whenever he gifted you the character here. Interesting set, interesting set. So like, biggest thing in this set is that you just drop a ton of kills. I don't know if you're nervous, or what, but like there are so many kills this set drop. Like you're baiting him, and you're creating the situation where yes, I get a punish, and then not killing him for it. You're dropping combos, and you're letting him scramble. You don't want to scramble with this team. Like you really just don't want to scramble with this team. It's really ugly. Okay. You need to get more experience fighting barrier, because the whole like whiff something into barrier thing, like you bit on that bait a ton of times this set as well. And so like there are some assists in this game that the game kind of changes against, and barrier is one of them. And that's why barriers are so strong, because like you'd be surprised how many things that barrier makes safe, especially 17 barrier has a hit at the end of it too. And so it makes things really awkward for a lot of yeah, it creates like really awkward situations for you, or for anyone, honestly. It turns certain things that would be punishes into not punishes, and so like sometimes in those situations you'll want to lead with assist. Some of those situations you just let him whiff, just like let him do whatever he's doing over there, right? Just don't interact with it, because like you getting close and guessing is like what he wants you to do in those would-be punished situations. So like in the long range, right? In the long range, you should have a pretty severe advantage. Like his team, when Gogeta's on point in the neutral, he should really struggle fighting both base Vegeta and 21. And so you need to take more advantage of those tools, and also be ready for whenever he sends it, because we saw a lot of sending it this set as well. So like eventually you are forcing him to like bet on like full screen super dash. You'll start getting Gogetas to bank on beam into EX Rekka too, which is a guaranteed punish if you reflect. It's a guaranteed punish if you reflect, as long as you press it early enough. Now the problem with it is that if you reflect the beam and backdash the Rekka, he could still press barrier. And so like if you're gonna go for the punish, it needs to be quick. Like, you can't hesitate on the punish. If you're even a little bit late, he's gonna mash barrier. He's gonna mash barrier and you're gonna get punished, and it's gonna feel bad. But it is a punish in those situations. Like you did well baiting out reflect. You hit him on a few jump startups whenever he was holding up like that. All that was fine. The problem is that those big punishes that you were supposed to get just didn't lead to kills. The 2M in the corner with Bardock didn't lead to a kill when it should have. The stagger 5H on base Vegeta on the 17 in this last game didn't lead to a kill. And so like you're experiencing the direct consequences of not killing characters immediately afterwards, because you drop the kill, then he's able to get into Gogeta, and then he Rekka mixes you with barrier to win the game. That's how you lose the game, is because the assist is there. Otherwise you can't run that pressure without being safe. And so the way that he's running his offense, right, you really need to pay attention to in general. Like this is something that's like super important, is that when someone is like running offense, like people don't like to change, right? People are very resistant to change. And so like if they can get away with running the same exact pressure structure over and over and over again because of getting them hits, they will, right? And so like it is on you to notice, okay, he's doing this a lot, so I'm gonna call it out this time, or I'm gonna make this not work. And what that does, it forces him to change. And when people are forced to change, they fuck up. They fuck up in a big way, in a huge way. And like so like honestly, this set is not like super big things, because honestly like you won this set. Like you should have, it's definitely a set that you should have won but did not. off of like drop kills alone. But there's also some interesting like little things like interacting with his assists is like really important. His assists are the team. Like the assists are what make your team, right? Especially like when you're playing a point like Gogeta, the assists make the team. So if you cannot interact with the assists in a way that makes sense for you, you're never gonna win, right? If you're running into barrier or if you're getting hit by like raw Vegito calls, like this, you just can't win. Like you just cannot win. I also think you need to mix up your game whenever you're approaching as well. So like when you're running your 50-50s, you know, you can do single high into low. You can also do the double overhead, right? You can go low. I didn't think I saw you go low on the 50-50 once. This set, don't forget, we have mix-up options. It's all part of the same 50-50. When you SD someone, right, and they're pressing anti-airs immediately, right, you have answers to that too. You just have to be able to implement them. Like I said, the delay backdash to beat command grabbers. Like when he SDs you, right, he likes to do like SD into dash forward mash a lot with Gogeta, like because he recognizes like if I don't get in now, like I can't win a prolonged, like an elongated neutral game. It's like hard. It's hard to win like drawn out neutral with Gogeta. It's difficult, especially when you don't have Vegito assist available. So he's gonna do stuff that's high risk, like SD into mash, and you can answer those things as well with your own buttons. You know, I think on backdash it whiffs. I think it whiffs on backdash. I actually don't know if it whiffs on backdash. You might be able to dash forward and mash and hit him before he hits you in those situations. And so like in those cases that would be a free hit. And so like it's really just little things. It's really just little things. You did some things the right way. Like there was some stuff you did really right. But then there's some stuff that's really wrong. So like it's really just refinement. The game plan seems fine. The game plan seems fine. It's just it needs more fleshing out, and you need to be more aware of the little situations that have really big impact on games, because there's a lot of them. There's a lot of little shit in Dragon Ball Fighters that like can lead to an entire character difference or an entire game difference, or in this case an entire set difference. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, keep working on it. Okay, who's next? Jake. What did he say? What was the time set? 8:38. Oh, can we play? Wait, why did he? If we started the set back here, then why did he? 51. Did we play 2 sets and you submitted in between? You only submitted two games? I don't understand. Okay, I'm so confused. Okay. How do you export game recordings into PC files? I don't think most people do that. I think most people just play the replay and they screen record it with like OBS and stuff like that. I don't think anyone's grabbing replays from game files. Okay. Okay. How did our round start? That was ugly. Yeah, so don't don't double jump into me like this. Like, so this situation is like a little bit awkward just because like discs are gonna come back. This is a VOD. So like you double jump into me and discs are returning. So like honestly, like I could just press 2H and check you and pretty much beat everything you're gonna do here. But like mostly, like once you get in, I'm just gonna block, and then you press and you forget that discs come back. Even if I block something, they come back. The only way you can stop discs from coming back is if you hit me. And so like you have to respect them on return, pretty much no matter what. Oh yeah, I remember being like, huh, interesting press. I think you run this mix up a little slow, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I think you air dash and then go low. Way too slow. Just land and go low if you're gonna run the distance up. Yeah, your character's not like privileged to be able to stop backdash with 5-0 post banning. Yeah, you have to. I think you have to like explicitly like dash forward for a punish, or like try an EX, but I don't know how like these work on backdash. I was really tight. I missed that punish. I remember being mad. Wait a minute. I think you probably could have killed Bardock here, because you got the side switch. Like probably should have done an extension with Vegito assist, like just an air combo into knockdown into JH and then Vegito assist and then 2H and then do all this, and then you definitely would have killed, I think. And then you go for this. No, absolutely not. Don't do this. This is like so gimmicky. I don't care. Like you have to understand that, like, I know that you're gonna try to bait me because you think I'm gonna be scared about losing not only my 21 but the blue life on Bardock. But I don't give a fuck. You have to mix me. If you're gonna kill me, if you want to kill my character, you're gonna have to mix me. If you bet on a bait like this, a really obvious bait, I might add, like, I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna just chill. Oh, you didn't grab me? Oh, bet. And just do nothing. That's fine. Thanks for the 5M. Like, and like, you've lost the game at this point, right? Because like, look at the game state. Look at the game state. You're in severe advantage, and now you give me a 5M punish, and I have Spark, and you don't have Spark anymore. Like, you've thrown the game by going for that bait. Oh, what's up, Foggy? What's up, man? Muffin? How's it going? Don't fucking do that. Just go for the mix. You always have to respect the X-Ball. You have to. It goes through your assist, it goes through your key blast, it goes through your 2P success. Can't autopilot run forward behind Vegito against her. Gotta kill me, bro. Please don't let I hate it when you guys let my characters live, bro. Holy shit. How the fuck did Vegito not get hit by EX Ball there? It's really hard to hit Vegito assist. I didn't need to hit him there, though. I just need to hit the point character and I'm fine. No combo again. Ah, yeah, double jump burn, right? So, first of all, this is just, like, you can't drop this, first of all. Second, right, you get hit, you spend your tech option, or you choose your tech option, double jump immediately. You're screwed here. You're absolutely screwed. Because if I press SD here, you get hit by anything, like pretty much. You get hit by SD no matter what here. You don't know what side I'm gonna come from, and there's no way for you to hit me. Like you just can't hit me. So I just wait for you to fall. I'm like, okay, you pretty much gotta land. You try to 2-2 success on the way down, and now I'm gonna just auto combo because I know it anti-airs, it auto corrects, and it's gonna meet you on your landing. You will just die. You don't level 3 with 21 as often as because the next hit won't kill and you don't want to play the soft knockdown. It doesn't fucking matter. Just take the level 3. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you still have steals and shit that you can use for extensions. Like, bro, just trust me. If you don't want to play soft knockdown RPS, then you can still back off post soft knockdown, right? You don't have to extend into it. You can if you get the hit and like there's absolutely no way for you to actually get a good knockdown, then you can just back off and disengage. That's fine. That's still better than not getting a hit at all on the Oki because you chose not to go for it. Oh yeah, this shit was mad funny. I can't lie. Drops, my friend, drop. Bro, I was holy shit, man. I remember this situation. I was like, okay, surely he's not gonna just take the whiff punish. I empty vanish and I wait because I'm like, there's no way he's just gonna take the whiff punish, right? That's the game on the line. But he did. And not only that, he pressed 2L afterwards. Like, you got it, bro. You mind fucked me there. I was like, what the fuck? What was that? Yeah, lazy round start. Lazy. This shit's a clean punish. Just like, okay, look, think about it this way, right? Your base Vegeta, you win the long range game against Bardock, and so like, there's no reason for you to put yourself into my zone, right? This is my zone. I'm close to you in the mid range, bro. Bardock, bro, that's where he wants to be. You put yourself there, and even better, you give me a full combo, right? Just back off, play the long range, bro. Yeah, your long range is really good with this team. You do not have to commit on round start there. Like it's really scary, because like I am going to, bro. Like, look at this implication, right? Off of your decision on round start, I get a full combo, I get a knockdown, and then like this would be a 50-50 situation, but I know you're gonna reflect, so I do nothing, and now you lose a character. Unless I drop. Do I drop? I don't think I do. Like, I didn't have to work hard for that kill at all. I know, this is the second set we played. That's how I knew he was gonna reflect, because last time he did reflect and he got hit by EX Lariat mix-up. And the time after that, he did not reflect because he got baited. So this time I was like, I think he's gonna reflect again. I don't think he wants to take, I was thinking reflect tag there because I don't think he wanted to take the super jump mix-up that I did after reflect last time. It'd be like that. Like, I have to know to get away with that. Like, you have to know. Otherwise, why would I not just run my 50-50, right? Because that's, I do get it there. So I was like, there's no way he's not gonna reflect. It'd be like that. Shoot me, bro. No. See, you're doing a lot of shit that you don't need to do. Shoot Bardock, bro. I don't have 21 assist available anymore, right? You get me, you call Vegito, just shoot behind it. The moment you step into this range, you don't know what's gonna happen. I could just go crazy. I could press EX. I could do some crazy shit. Now I'm not going to, because that's not the type of player I am. But I really could. I really could go crazy here, and people will. Like, they will flail. They will flail on you whenever you get close like this. And so, like, you don't have to take the risk here. You could just play back, especially with assist advantage. Like, no assist versus no assist is really hard for me to get in. Like, I have to bank on either a full screen SD or get a good moon jump over top of key blasts, or like snipe you with a diagonal key blast, but that's hard to do whenever yours go through mine. You know what I mean? Like, it's difficult. It's difficult. So like, you should make it difficult for me. This is not difficult. This is like throwing caution to the wind, because like anything can happen in the mid range. That's just how it works. This is where most of the scrambles in Dragon Ball FighterZ happen. It's this exact situation. You don't have to, trust me, Broly does not have to take nearly as much risk as people think he does. So like, once again, right, this is kind of an egregious double jump. So I get GC, I immediately take space from you, right? You burn your double jump immediately. I bait you, because I feel like you're gonna 2H. I don't press this early enough, or wasn't close enough, I see. But that situation never comes up if you don't burn the double jump. You can just double jump once you see I get close, and then like nothing I have can really make contact unless I get a really, really good Frieza A call, which happens sometimes, but like it's way harder. It's way harder whenever like I put myself so close to you, because it does have a dead zone. Do I spark here? No, I can't. Oof, ugly. Yeah, I don't know why you're pressing there. I don't know what you did. I think you 5L. Ah, weird. Okay. Nice, nice. Who gave Broly a DR? I just want to talk. Bit of a scramble. A little bit of a scramble. See what led up to this point. You 6M plus Vegito. Yeah, so, okay. So in this situation, I think what you would be better off doing is, if you're gonna 6M assist me, then call Vegito a little bit later. Because if you call him later, then you can force the double reflect situation. So one reflected both the 6M and the assist here. And so that gives me room to wiggle, right? If you call it a little bit later, then even if I reflect the 6M, I either have to reflect again to stop the Vegito assist, or block it, or, you know, like mash super dash through it. Or if I press a button, I get counter hit as well, right? And so like, you want to create a little bit more space between them. In this situation where like literally any hit will kill, right? And you got low profile. It really be like that. Broly things. Yeah. It's too good. It's too good. You just like, so this move grabs a lot of people because like when you're in the air in front of someone, like they get really tunnel vision on air to air situation. There's a lot of players that think this way. And like it's not like a bad thing, so to speak. It's just like very matchup specific. Because like under normal circumstances, if you're fighting a character and they've spent double jump in this case, in this range, like Vegito is usually pretty good in these situations. He has anti-air grab, he has good, like pretty long buttons so you can use for air-to-air purposes, he has EXs, right? But like against her, it's just, you just really can't. You just really can't. You want to try to stay grounded here if you can at all, especially with no assist available. If I have Bardock assist, it gets way uglier because like I could always just press Bardock and force you in a block stun and take a block string, right? But if I don't have the assist, then you could stay grounded. And this is actually, you actually can punish this. You can 2H punish this. You just have to be ready. But like, you will get grabbed. It just goes way too far. Like you can see you back that shit, you still get grabbed, right? Like it just, the move is too good, honestly. Like it's just dumb. But it's something that we have to deal with, unfortunately. Unfortunately for everyone that doesn't play it. Wouldn't let that shit happen to me though. Interesting stuff, man. So like, yeah. So I was telling you a little bit about this before. So let's talk a little bit about game philosophy, because I think that's kind of like where you're getting a little fucked up. One, right? You're getting out neutraled, honestly. Like, and that should not happen. Not with this team. Like the team you're playing is like neutral bully 101, right? Base Vegeta, Broly, Vegito, right? Now that being said, right, anyone can lose neutral to anyone if your opponent has like good assist calls, right? If they have good assist calls, you can lose neutral to anyone. And I'm not saying you should win neutral 100% of the time, but the percentage is fucked up, right? You're playing, when you pick base Vegeta, you pick him so that most of the time you're going to be a neutral advantage. And so the only way that you can ensure that happens is by playing your neutral advantage, right? You need to force your opponents to SD at you, right? That's the game plan. The game plan is tested them enough to where they have to crank a system mechanic at you, and when they do, they get punished, right? That's the whole game plan. Just being really annoying. I'm JSing, I'm 5Sing, I can throw a kick plus assist in there every once in a while, right? Just make it really annoying for your opponent to close the distance from long range into the mid range. Now the mid range is where things get ugly, right? Because that's the range where base Vegeta is not super great, is the mid range. Because he has stubbier buttons than most of the top tiers in the game. In this case, he has stubbier buttons than Bardock. And so if I'm able to force my way into the mid-range, I'm going to be an advantage there, right? I'm going to be an advantage. It's also where Frieza sits. And so like, you need to prevent me from getting into the mid-range. That is the number one goal. Once I'm there, you can't stop me. It's two things that happen too quickly in the mid-range for you to react to. That's why it's so fucked up, and that's why so many scrambles happen in this game. And so you need to focus on your long range, right? Build a good a good long range offensive pattern, right? And you need to continually make slight alterations to that pattern, right? You can always fall back upon your key blast with base Vegeta. However, right, the number that you shoot or how long you shoot needs to change from time to time, because you do the same one every time, then I'm gonna be like, okay, well, he does 3 key blasts every time, so I'm just SD at him, right? Sometimes you shoot 1 key blast, you kick them, and they fucking get hit, and they get once you get the knockdown, like everything's really easy from there. But getting that knockdown is what you're having trouble with. You're not winning. You're not getting the first hit in most of our games. Most of our games, I'm getting the first hit. That should not be the case, right? It should not be the case. And once you actually do get the knockdown, right, your mix-ups need to be correct. Thank you for the raid. Hello. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thank you for tuning in. But yeah, so like once you knock me down, right, your mix-ups, your transition time has to be low, right, which is really important. The amount of time between winning neutral and running the mix-up needs to be really small. On top of that, right, make sure you're running the correct mix-ups. You can't do disc mix and do air dash into low. That is easily fuzzy blockable. That is not the mix-up. You need to air dash and go high or land and go low. That is the 50-50. And so if you're not taking those opportunities whenever you actually get your opponent in the favorable situation, then it's just as good as not getting the hit in the first place, because you burn an assist and you haven't gotten anything out of it. That being said, right, when you're close up with base Vegeta, he has good staggers. He has a -2 5L. So like 4 LL staggers are like quite good. but you do need to be careful about over staggering with a solo character. Don't stay in and stagger over and over and over again, hoping to get a hit like when you have no assist, right? Thankfully, Face Vegeta is a character that loves disengaging. He loves resetting. He loves resetting back into neutral because he beats most characters in neutral, right? And so you're okay with being like, okay, I'm not getting the hit there, I'm just gonna reset back and play the long range game. And so I think you need to implement that into your gameplay. I think you should work on your combo routes. There are a few kills that you could have gotten this set that you did not get, and that's really important. The higher up you go, the less opportunity you'll have, right? So the better player you face, the more you'll get punished for not killing characters, because you give them more and more opportunities. The more opportunities you give a strong player, the more danger you're in. They're gonna hit you. They're gonna punish you for giving them opportunity. You don't only give them opportunity. If you have a kill available, just take the kill. Trust me. They're like, just kill it. Don't second guess yourself. Just do the correct combo and kill it. Drops happen, and I get it, but like you need to optimize your combo routes a bit more. Your assist calls could use some work. Don't just mash Vegito off cooldown. This happens with so many Vegito players. They just mash that shit off cooldown. Every time it comes off cooldown, they just mash that shit. Because they're like, I'm not doing anything, so I'm just gonna mash Vegito assist and hope. There's two things wrong with it. First of all, people have played against the assist so much that they've gotten good at avoiding it, right? The second part is that even if you hit me from full screen with Vegito assist, if your character is not positioned in a way to follow up, then it does nothing for you. It does nothing for you if you're full screen and you hit me with Vegito assist and you get no combo confirmed, right? And so you need to position your character in a way to where you're actually ready to do something with it. Otherwise, it's like it's good as lost. And like that assist going to waste is a damn shame. You don't want that to be the case. You need to work on your mental a little bit. We talked about not tilting. We talked about this during the BBB prediction thread. Is that like, you know, you tilt pretty hard, but the number one way to combat tilt is just acceptance. Like, yes, the game is some bullshit. Like, yeah, we know this. I've been playing this for 4 years. Like, it's bullshit. And you just have to get over it. You can't let one situation like impact your gameplay for the rest of the set. You will just lose. Like if someone does a bad mash on you in game 1 of a set and you're so pissed off that you play worse for the rest of the set, you'll just lose off of one interaction, right? So you just gotta eject those negative situations from your mind. Like, don't even pay attention to them. You still wanna take the data from them, as in like what happened there, what led up to me, you know, being put in this situation. Look to avoid it, but like don't be like, oh, this guy's a fucking idiot, so I'm just gonna start mashing on him all over the place, because that's what a lot of people do, and it just snowballs out of control. You would just lose sets to people that you feel like you shouldn't lose to, if that's the case. And I'm not saying that's what happened in this set, but like it's not that hard to tilt you. It's not it's not that hard to tilt you, and it needs to be difficult to tilt you. Fighting games are mostly mental, so like if you can't play the mental game, then you will never win. And so that's a big part of your game that I think you need to work on. I think you need to play more too. I really think that you should grind out more games. I feel like a lot of the situations I'm putting you in are situations where you feel uncomfortable, and they're common too, right? Like they're common situations that you should be a little bit more comfortable with than you were throughout this set. And so yeah, I think you should definitely play more, and don't forget that sparking to save a character is almost never the wrong option, especially when it's base Vegeta on your team. Like that situation where I was like, this guy's gonna reflect, and you reflected and I 2M'd you and killed your character, right? You could have just sparked there. It's a free disengage. You don't have to take any of that. Don't take a risk losing a character when you have a resource available. Like, you don't have to. At the very least, make it a lower risk option, because you know, reflect is high risk, high reward, right? Be it super big reward for it, but it is super minus on whiff, so you eat your opponent's best punish if you're wrong. But you know what that doesn't happen with? Barking. Yeah. Even if you do like guard cancel or something, if I punish your incoming character, you still get the character out, and that's the main goal, right? Keep the team together. 3-character team is always better than less. So I think you should keep all of these in mind and just keep playing and keep practicing. Okay. Let's go to game 5. I can't tell. How many games is this dimensional? Is it? I know it's first to 3, but did it go to the full 5 games or? It went 5 games. Okay. I'm gonna start from game 3 then. Game 1 and 2. The reason I do this is because there's like a certain amount of adapting that happens in the early games of sets. So I want to see what happens past that. Also, that last situation was funny as shit. That's unfortunate. You went for a grab and got banish mashed on and lost the game for it. Okay. Who's this against? I don't know how to say his name, honestly. Mahaji? Okay. Kind of fuck yourself over by immediately spending double jump here, right? And this is especially bad because you don't have EX available on King Gohan. So like under normal circumstances, you could press EX and it covers a lot of space. And like if he SDs into you or like goes for an air to air, then he just gets hit. But here you have no meter, and so like you're still kind of forced to land and take the scramble here, which is not what you want to do with a pseudo Yasha team, right? He's still playing the 17 Vegeta show. He's just playing the other Gogeta. Team is superb at scrambling, and so you don't want to take scrambles where you can avoid it. Punish. Yep. He waited so long to GC, man. Don't really get that. Take a safe jump here. Yeah, so it's a risk that you run when doing TK legs. So like I would take the safe jump here just because like early on, like when I run mix-ups early, I usually just do the standard first, involving a safe jump, just to see what type of opponent opponent he is, like what he likes to choose on defense. He likes to play more committal defense. Does he take more mix-ups? Like what does he like to do? And like in pressing EX, like doing the safe jump just avoids that altogether. And also to counteract this, right, if you think he's gonna do something like this, what I like to do is I backdash post, so like you take the DR knockdown, you have Frieza A available, so you backdash, dash jump Frieza, and if he presses EX, you just tip by Frieza into full combo. That's also a way that you can set up your 50-50. So like doing legs into mix-up is really good with Gohan, but don't forget that like there's still regular conventional mix-ups that you can get just by having good assist calls and good awareness on your knockdowns. It doesn't always have to be like the ideal, like, oh, I set up for EX legs and he holds it into mix-up. Sometimes you can create mix-ups in situations where your opponent is not expecting. Oh yeah, mixed. Oh yeah, super mixed. Yeah, I think the problem with doing TK legs, like even if you do it in the way that avoids the EX, I don't think you get a punish though, right? I don't think you get a punish if he EXs. I think you don't get grabbed, but I think he gets away, right? I guess I don't know how the interaction works out, but it kind of seems like you wouldn't be able to catch him after the EX grab. How'd you get here? Overextension. Yeah, so you gotta visually confirm like when your assists make contact, right? So like here, you call Frieza, you see it doesn't make contact, and so you should know that he's not forced to take anything that you do, especially when you run full screen like this, right? wouldn't get away with a normal safe jump without assist. But I was telling him to use his assist in the safe jump. That's what I was saying. That's what I was trying to say. I think you can though. Can you not? Can you not SJ? Can you not SJ JL Vegito for post like J8 safe jump? Actually, I guess it depends on your button. I don't know if Team Gohan's JL is good enough to hit it there. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe some characters with some large ass JLs could, but maybe not him. So he might be fucked either way. It's a true awesome. You get a shout out for the raid. I already thanked you for the raid, man. Like, nice. Oh, do the super jump install combo. No, bro. Do it, Dimensional, bro. You gotta do it. Do it. It's so much better. It's so much better, bro. Ooh. That's good Frieza shit. Gotta love -2 buttons. What's up, Franco? How you doing, man? What the fuck? Oh, he just challenged you with 5M. I see. Yeah, trying to do pressure resets as a solo character. Like you didn't have base Goku assist available there, so pressure resets are really dangerous. Holy shit. Yeah, this is analysis I do. I do analysis for subs every week. Oh my god, this game. Okay, first of all, this situation you don't have to hold, because you get your air resource back after air blocking something, so you could like air dash forward to get underneath him, and it makes it way harder for him to get anything else after. Like pretty much when you air dash under him, the only thing he can do at that point is like super dash at you, just try to keep the pressure up. That's pretty much it. But this situation's ugly. The 5LL. But yeah, so like even if you burn double jump, no, forward, no, actually forward, because if you air dash back, right? Some characters have things to combat air dash back in this situation. So like they could do like button, and then like if you're fighting Vegito, he can like EX legs you, and then he hits your back dash, right? If you air dash forward, you move into his dead zone. Like there's nothing he can hit you with back here, right? If you dash forward, there's nothing else you can make contact with. If you air dash back, since you hop a little bit, because like that air dash backs are not straight back, they like jump and go back, you know what I'm saying? And so like yeah, effective ranges. He has nothing to hit you if you dash under him. Also, you want your opponent to be above you in this situation. When they burn double jump, you want them to be above you. And so like dashing forward, you mitigate pretty much everything, and he has to choose something really risky in order to keep his pressure up. He might like, I don't know, a lot of people SD, which is easily 2Hable. You also hit the ground earlier with forward dash, which is also really important because you don't elevate at all, which is something that isn't really talked about very much, but it actually does matter in these close situations from time to time. But base Goku auto combo to the rescue. The 5LL goes back underneath him before that was just weird. Yeah, he could do Ki Blast to hit backdash too, yeah, since he was like a little bit lower than him. Oh shit! Oh my god. What's happening? Nice. Nice. Very good. I need to see this more. This approach is broken. This approach is broken. Do this way more. But I would say press Frieza a little bit earlier. So like, yeah, you'll get a feel for it when you start doing it more, right? But like, you want to press it like here. Because if you press it here, then you straight up get a counter hit. He has no time to backdash, right? You just straight up get a counter hit. Depending. Sometimes if you call it too early, you can get hit by the Ki Blast. But like, if you wait this long to call Frieza, right? And let's say he doesn't backdash, it actually just whiffs. It actually just straight up whiffs. And so that would be really awkward. So I would call it a tiny bit earlier next time, because that will happen. It also stops people from like 2H'ing you, right? Because if they just like try to 2H on your if they try to like 2H just like your jump in, which some people like to do, they'll just like to press 2H every time their opponent's in the air, or like go for an anti-air grab or something like that, then you hit them there with an earlier call, whereas a later call doesn't really do anything for you. You know what I mean? So I would say try to press it a little bit earlier next time. You never know what these people are gonna do when their back is against the wall, man. What did you press on round start here? Kick? Yeah, you should know kick loses for this. I don't think any of Team Gohan's round start options can beat 5M. Like, I don't think you can hit him on round start unless you like specifically delay to try to whiff punish or something, but that's probably not gonna happen with Vegito assist. So let him 5M, just like backdash, and if he's autopiloting and calls the Vegito assist, you can just reflect that on reaction, and then you're playing neutral up 1 assist. But yeah, you don't have to get the hit immediately, but fine. You're the one with rapid Ki Blast, so you're gonna be in severe advantage afterwards. That's awkward. You got a backdash, I think, because you tried to follow up. Yeah, I think you tried to dash the other way, but he crossed you up in the air. So, bro, base Yoku assist is so cursed. So many awkward situations that happen because of this assist. Got your ass. Got your ass. And you're gonna die for that too. Oh, psych! We don't kill characters around here. Don't tunnel vision on the mix-up. Got a little bit lucky there. A little bit lucky. So here, like, I would be, if I were in your shoes, I would be looking for a tag more so than like the mix-up, because like there's like a lot of ways it can go wrong, especially if like so you choose it on approach, right? So you choose to spend the Frieza assist on an approach that is not going to do much for you because you don't have a follow-up assist to the mix-up, and so that's why I would be more concerned with getting Team Gohan out than getting in at this point, right? Because if you scramble with him, even if he does like level 1 super like on your block string or something, you just die, right? Can't really do anything if he impulse through. I mean, I guess you could counter vanish because you do have some meter, but I wouldn't take the risk, honestly. No need, because you don't get anything here, right? Like you see, you have to disengage anyway, so that's why I would be looking for tag anyway, because you recognize that, okay, I have no assist, I need to disengage, when you could have just brought in the better health character in the first place. But now you're kind of trapped for a bit until base Goku comes off cooldown. Okay, still a scramble situation. Like, it's so dangerous, right? Assist doesn't hit. Any hit here it kills him, or kills you, kills your Team Gohan, right? He air dash into your super dash? Oh yeah, I don't know why do 17s use that move? That move does not seem very good at all, to be honest. Yeah, so I think right now what you're thinking about is that like you're looking for ideal situations. Ideally, we would get the hit and be able to tag a character in safely on a combo without sacrificing any damage or whatever, but that's not how the game works. Like, a lot of the time, the ideal situation is not going to arise, so like sometimes you have to take an option that's a little bit less than ideal. Instead of using the assist in neutral, you might bet on a raw tag, or you might DT or something like that, right? And that's less than ideal, but it still is safer. than trying to like hit him over and over and over again. Because the more times you try to hit him, the more opportunity you give him to scramble. And like I said before, this team is super good at scrambling. You die to any random Vegito assist that hits you, any random Ki Blast, any barrier interaction would kill Team Gohan there. And so like that's what you should think about whenever you're assessing risk reward in games like this. Why the fuck did he do that? Wow. Hand gifted character. This is why I lead with JM. I don't think it's frame 1 anti-air. The Rekka? I think it's frame 4. I want to say it's frame 4. I'll check real quick. Frame 4, if it EX is frame 1. Did he EX though? I don't know if he EX. Yeah, he did. Okay, so yeah, it is a frame 1 anti-air. So that's definitely some matchup experience you can get. That being said, you can hit him during the Rekka, right? So like if he EXs here, you could have hit him while he's doing all this shit. And maybe that's why he... No, that doesn't make sense for him to barrier afterwards. He already hit you. It actually doesn't make any sense that he barriered here after he already got 2 hits. Like, maybe he misinputted or something. It's weird. But like, this is why I lead with JM instead of JL in most of my combos, because what fucks you up here is like, is the height. And like the auto combo height correction like fucks you up, is what happens, because Frieza like tries to correct to the height, so like you'll be flush with them after the first series, but then the second series when you go to do the double jump, like you fly past him to Jujutsu Guy. That's usually why I start with JM. He needs to stop wall diving. I don't know what's going on. Almost. It's hard to get though. So like here, right? So you think about resource management. So like this is something that's hard to ingrain. This is gonna take a little bit of time for you to really get it. But so like in this situation, you do SD plus assist, right? And you get the hit. And what you try to do here is convert with Team Gohan assist. What you should do instead is just take the vanish combo. So in a situation like this where it's an assisted starter in the first place, your damage and meter gain is not going to be super high to begin with compared to getting a clean hit. And so what you should do is take the knockdown or take the combo with vanish. Then you have the Team Gohan assist for a mix up after the knockdown, right? Because you're not going to kill him on this combo no matter what. And so like that is preserving your resource for the situation afterwards. You have to have that foresight of what puts me in the best position for what happens after this combo is done. You're gonna get the combo here no matter what. And so like taking a vanish conversion here is not bad at all. You get a knockdown, you can choose the level 3, but then you also have Team Gohan for a 50-50 afterwards. Whereas even if you landed this combo, right? All you get is an extended combo, but you still don't kill him. And you get essentially put back into the same situation, just -1 assist, right? This assist spending doesn't really do much for you here. And that's why I think you should just take the vanish combo in situations like those next time. And that there's a lot of people that should assess things like that, because it's enticing to go for the maximum extension every time you have your assist off cooldown. But sometimes it's just better to just take the knockdown and just have the assist for whatever situation. Like it's nice to have the DP assist for defense. You can mix up with it, you know, anything like that. But if the assist is not doing anything extra for you, it's better to not spend it. Excuse me? Bro, you're a Frieza player. You better 2H this boy. What the fuck you doing? Look at this full eye screen. What the fuck? If you don't fucking Rose with the tier 1, thank you, bro. If you don't fucking 2H that guy. Okay. Like, surely he won't drop this. Oh. Like, this skull's really bad, right? Think about this. What's this do for you? Full screen, nothing's going on. Assist on cooldown now, right? You need to focus on getting into the effective zone for your assist first, and then calling it, so that they actually get something done for you. This does nothing for you, and now you get hit by SD. Karma. But why restagger here, right? So your transition time is way too high here. And what I mean by that is, like, so you get the button, right? You should be going into a mix-up immediately after you realize that, okay, I got my turn, I have assist available. You should be mixing him immediately. You have half a bar. He can't guard cancel you. He cannot guard cancel you, right? Run your mix-up. EX likes him into assist. Do it. All right, you give him too much time to think, right? Because you go for a string, and then you go for a string reset, right? And now you turn the situation into where you had a mix-up into one where you have none, because he gets out for free here. You could just press a button on the way down and get a hit. Now he didn't, but he could have. Could have just pressed the following button and gotten a free hit there when you should have had a mix-up, right? That's what I mean about the resources. You gotta be aware. Like, I have him in this situation. What's my quickest avenue to mix? What's the fastest way I can get there? You always want to take the path of least resistance whenever it comes to transitioning into mix-ups. That's awkward. Oh, that was good from him, actually. Yeah, you assist trap yourself here. So you call Gohan and you autopilot into running forward because you assume he's gonna get hit by this assist, but he doesn't. So you get 5M for your troubles. You gotta visually, you gotta confirm, right? Did he block the assist? Did he get hit by the assist? Now I'm gonna choose my option. If you autopilot and you assume that he gets hit or makes contact when he doesn't, then you will get punched in the mouth like this. This is not a combo that tickles. Yeah, you autopilot, run forward after this, get hit by EX. There's a lot of autopiloting going on. Scramble time, okay. Do this activation again. So, if you're afraid of people that down tech command grab, you can immediately 5S post spark. So like you spark, you press 5S and then empty vanish. And if they pressed EX immediately on their down tech, so you press 5S in a way that it's meaty on down tech, and then if they press the EX grab, then they just get hit. You could also do empty vanish plus assist. Though you have to be careful about them like shooting for the in-between time. So it's really hard to time for them, so it's like kind of awkward. But You can EX pillar empty vanish here too. If you absolutely want to stop them from just like, you know, autopiloting the EX grab. You can do like EX pillar empty vanish assist. Like, yeah, there's a lot of different ways that you can approach with sparking active, so don't think that you only have like one avenue. Yep. Switch, yep. Easy. Oh, you got your enough. What did you choose here? You backdash. Ah, you tried to jump away. I see. So what's underrated sometimes is just like when your opponent like jumps in on you like this, you just 2H to check them, right? Kind of underrated in this game, especially if your character has a large 2H. Not that Team Gohan does, but there's a lot of characters that have some pretty large ass 2H. Whoa! Gonna get away with a lot of shit there. Oh no. Where was the DP through all of this shit? Look how much he whiffed on me. Whiff, whiff. Then he finally makes sound check. He had so much time to choose something there, but you waited until after he actually had a string. That's tough. So something I like to do in this matchup is 1-5S and then backdash, and if they EX, it will whiff. Oh, you got smoked. You are dead, tier 2. Usually Gogetas don't whiff. You would be surprised. Oh, he missed. He doesn't want to win. Why'd you golden? I mean, I think I would take the punish first and then golden, if anything, because like this conversion is not super great. It's still a JL starter. Because like, okay, here's the problem. Here's the real problem, right? Resource-wise, you spend golden here, right, and you take the punish, and like, yes, the combo is a little bit nicer than would be if you were regular Frieza. But the real problem is that you're never gonna kill him here, right? You're not gonna do 90% without Spark and without an M starter, right? You just won't. Okay, and so since that's the case, he's gonna get a sparking activation off, and you would much rather have the golden for the RPS on a sparking string than spend it early, and like now you have no defensive option available to you, because after you spend level 3, you have no meter, you have no sparking, you have no golden activation left, right? And so like if he presses spark, it's like pretty bad for you. It's case in point. As if on cue, right? You see what I'm saying? You see how that situation is so much worse for you because you've now exhausted all of your resources before the one thing that you needed to worry about happened. And so like overall on this analysis, I think resource management is your #1 problem by far. You're spending a ton of assists. You're spending a ton of assists outside of their effective zones, so you need to focus on quality over quantity, right? If your few assist calls are really good, they'll do way more for you than just spamming your assists anytime they're off cooldown and hoping for your opponent to run into them. So focus on quality of assist calls, right? Think about situations after situations. If a kill is not involved, then you need to be thinking about what happens after the knockdown, right? The knockdown game is one of the most important parts of the game. And so if you're not going to kill your opponent, you should be thinking about what happens after I knock him down. Do I have an assist for a mix? Do I not? Does he have meter for reversal? Does he have this? Does he have that? Does he have sparking? Right? Does he have meter for guard cancel? Right? Always be thinking about those things, because what the game state, that's what we call it, the game state, all the resources of both players all at once is the game state, right? Depending on where that depending on what the game state is gonna drive what type of mix-up should you run or what should you go for, right? And you're gonna be much better off in situations of like overall, you're always gonna be much better off when you have an assist versus not having an assist, right? And so like if your assist only nets you like 500 more damage and a little bit of meter, then if you're not going to kill him, it's better to just take the vanish combo and knock him down and have the assist for the mix-up. So like you want to set yourself up for success on future situations. It's not always about getting the super duper 2 assist extension ultra omega, right? It doesn't matter if you're not going to kill him, then it really doesn't matter because the knockdown's going to be the same. You're just have less resources, right? Preserve your resources for the situations after. And I think having better assist calls will help you a ton with that moving forward. It's actually like quite a big deal. Your approaches are pretty uncomfortable right now. Like they're really pigeonholed. You only really approach in like 1 or 2 ways right now, and so like you need to develop some more angles of approach. Developing angles of approach is important because once your opponent figures out that he only really goes in with kick plus freeze assist or something of the sort, right? It's really easy for them to maneuver in neutral to avoid it, right? And then once that happens, you're gonna feel like you're lost because you don't have any other plans to fall back upon. And so like there's a ton of ways to approach in this game, right? There's lariat style moves, there's super jumps, there's moon jumps, there's dash jumps, there's all these, right? You can pester with ki blast more because you're playing a character with rapid ki blast against a character that had none. Well, I guess 17 does, but Gogeta and Vegito don't. Now they have answers to rapid ki blasts, but especially in the case of Gogeta, it's not full screen, and so like he has to move forward, and so it's pretty telegraphed. Like if you see them dash blocking your ki blast, then they're probably trying to get in range for a good EX lariat, right? Like it's pretty easy to tell when that's gonna happen. If you can use that to your advantage, you'd be like, okay, I think he's gonna EX lariat here, so now I'm gonna super jump plus base Goku assist, and oh wow, he didn't hit me, so he does base Goku gives me a wall bounce combo, stuff like that. You really want to develop multiple different attack plans because once your opponent adapts to your first few, you need to have something that you could still rely upon, or else they're just gonna have the answer to your approach every time. It's not gonna be pretty. Don't feel like you have to play round start with the curse. Don't feel like you have to play round start, right? Especially with this team, it's not in your benefit to play round start against a fucking fusion plus barrier comp. Think about how many round starts you lose to. You lose to 5M plus Vegito, you lose to 5M plus barrier, right? There's so many ways, like you just lose a lot, right? So don't interact with them on round start. You don't have to. They're autopiloting and spending the assist, so that means you have assist advantage in the neutral afterwards, and that's just gonna compound how hard it is for them to get in without committing to like super high committal options like EX lariat and stuff like that. So just back off, just wait, just kind of wait, and then don't call the base Goku until they're actually in range. Don't call him from full screen. It's not a full screen assist, it's a mid-range assist. And so like once they get into your mid-range and they're trying to hit you with like air-to-airs and you know their 5Ms and stuff, then we call base Goku, and then we get that nice trade into a full combo that we've been looking for. But for full screen, it doesn't do anything for you. Just like I was talking about calling freeze assist earlier on your dash jumps, because you're giving them an opportunity to choose a response first. And so like you would rather just punish, right? You'd rather just straight up punish your opponent than give them an opportunity to do something, because you don't know what they're gonna choose. They could just go crazy. For all you know, he fucking mashes level 3 on a dash jump assist. That I've seen people do that before. You don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. You know, you really don't. And so like if you're in a situation where you can call an assist to punish straight up, you need to call it earlier. You need to be ready, right? You have to be ready for those situations and recognize it earlier. Oh, he's doing this. Okay, I think the assist will punish here, so I'm gonna press it and then go from there. It's nice to call out like opponent's defensive options sometimes. Like having good call outs on backdashes and stuff like that are good, but they're only good in situations where you don't have something guaranteed. If you have something guaranteed in terms of a punish, always take the guaranteed punish, right? Always take the guaranteed punish. I cannot stress that enough. Don't bank on a read when you had something guaranteed. Damn, that was kind of bars. was kind of bars. But yeah, so like yeah, you like I said, take the path of least resistance. If someone gives you a guaranteed punish, take the guaranteed punish. If you feel like you can't get there in time, like, because that happens too. Sometimes someone does something unsafe and you're like, damn, I don't know if I'm gonna get there in time. Then it's okay to let it go. It's okay to show some type of restraint in that situation, because people are doing a lot of stuff that looks like it's punishable into like mashing. You know, if they're playing barrier assist, that's a whole nother, you know, thing you need to look out for. Things don't have a ton of recovery in this game. So if there's any doubt in your mind, at all that you're gonna get there in time, it's okay to hold back. But otherwise, I need to see you smoke him whenever he whiffs the first thing. Kill it. Fuck, kill it, right? I think those are the things you need to work on for the most part. Oh, you need to play a bit more forward. You have to play a little bit more forward with Frieza. And I know it's gonna feel bad. It's gonna feel bad at first, but what I mean by that is that, like, all the zoning and shit is fine, but there's a lot of shit in this game that goes full screen and skips neutral, it goes through projectiles, right? And so don't feel like the long range is the only avenue to kill your opponent. Frieza has really good mix-ups. He's really hard to block. He's really, really difficult to block. So think about when you're running your neutral game, you need to have a goal in mind and realize that, like, if you get into a situation where you put your opponent into block send, they're gonna have a hard time blocking. So you don't have to rely on solely long range tools. They're really strong and they can condition your opponent and everything, and that's all fine and dandy. But at the end of the day, his mix is pretty fucked up. So, like, why not take them, right? It doesn't make sense not to, especially against characters that, like, bro, like, you saw how many times he tried to EX you, this game, EX lariat you with Gogeta 4. Like, they're gonna press it. They're gonna press it. And so, like, if you're all the way full screen, sometimes it's hard to get punishes straight up on things like that. Whereas, like, if you're a little bit closer, if you're a little bit further forward, then wow, you get 2M for you know, turning your brain off and just YOLOing an option. So there you go, boyo. Okay, that is it for